This is the data of last month, he said, putting some files as you snap back. Yeah, as you checked the files, and when he extended one more file. I need your signatures on this, and Sir Jungkook also, he said, extending you the file as you read it carefully. You took the pen, signed as you looked at him. It's done. Take Jungkook's signatures on it to pass the bill, you said as your focus went back to the file. Jungkook sir signature is important, but there's a problem, he hesitantly said as you looked at him. What's the problem? You asked. Jungkook sir is not letting anyone to meet him. He said he's busy. I tried many times but not able to do it. You looked at him for a while. You got up as you took the file from his hands and I'll say it, you handled the rest of the data. He nodded and walked. His cabin door was closed when Mr. Nam bowed at you. Sir is busy, he said, and you gave him a small smile. I have a small work from him. Don't worry, I'll not take his that much time. And he chuckled. I'm not stopping you, I'm just telling you, he said, smiling, and you nodded as you were about to knock, but he stopped you. If you'll knock, he'll not listen, he said, and you looked at him blankly. I mean, just go inside. You are the boss of this office and his house too. So, you chuckled a little. You opened the door slowly as you saw him sitting closing his eyes, and you looked at him. Don't let anyone come in, you said, and he nodded. And when you walked inside, closing the door, but Jungkook already fled someone's presence, and he didn't react because of the fragrance. He understands whom it belongs to. It's been more than 3 days you talked to each other or even interacted, because from that day he started distancing himself from you. And in office he purposely avoided you and home as well. His eyes are longing for you and yours too, but he doesn't want to talk to you. That's why he isolated himself from past few days. You walked slowly and he didn't move or budge. Closing his eyes, he just felt presence near him and a strong fragrance of you hitting his nostrils. Resisting himself, he opened his eyes and looked at you coldly. Permission is taken before coming inside. Have you forgetting even basic manners, Miss Kim? And you stared at him. If I asked for permission, you would have let me in? You asked, and he scoffed as he looked back at the screen. What brought you here? He asked formally, and you put file on his table. Need your signatures on it. He looked at the file and then you. I'm not passing this bill, he firmly replied, and you stared at him, folding arms across the chest. Personal grudges should not be mixed with professional work, you said, and he chuckled sarcastically. For your information, there is nothing personal between us left, he replied, and you said. Whatever your reason is, just sign it. We need this project to start ASAP. He got up. If I said no means no, don't you understand in once, Miss Kim? You sighed. I have signed it. Just check the bills. If there is any discrepancy, let me know. And the rest, I can't force you, then I have to take this decision alone, Mr. John. If you kept your stubbornness, will lead huge loss to the company. He chuckled dryly. Don't tell me I have more experience than you, Miss Kim, he said, and you just stared at him. And when his phone rings as he picked it up, looking at you. Let her in, he said, and cut the call. You can go, he said, looking away while you stared him blankly when someone knocked at the door. Come in. You sighed and about to walk, but stopped as you noticed the person who just walked in as you looked at him while he kept glaring at you. Good morning, he nodded. Good morning, he replied while his eyes fixed on you. Have you brought your all documents? She nodded and he took his seat. Okay, so we can go forward with the rejoining procedure. And when you immediately looked at him. She can't rejoin, you interrupt as he looked at you. You didn't go yet? You walked near his desk. It's against company rules. When employees leave, they can rejoin after a year. Only you know that. He focused in her cheek. Rules are for the employees, not for me. I'm allowing her to rejoin, he replied coldly when you stared at him blankly. You are breaking company's rules, Mr. John. Authorities won't allow, you said, banging a little on his table. You can go, Miss Vine. I know what I am doing. You shut your eyes as you furiously walked from there, and he looked at your disappearing figure. Thank you, Jungkook. He looked at her. It's not needed, but you should keep this in mind that some decisions should not make in anger, she nodded. I can go against company rules, but not her. I'm just helping you because you really need this job, he said coldly while she nodded. She will be mad at me after this. I hurted her a lot, but not more, he mumbled while she just listened to him. Jungkook, we'll be professional here, he interrupts. We can't be like before, you know that clearly, right? She nodded with heavy heart. Yes, she blurted out and he nodded. You can rejoin from tomorrow, she nodded. When he got up, excuse me, he said and walked outside, and she looked at his disappearing figure. Jungkook walked in as he looked around and found no one when his secretary walked in as he looked at Jungkook and bored. Where is Ryan? He asked. Ma'am went home early today because she wasn't feeling well, Jungkook frowned. When? He asked, running. Half an hour ago, Jungkook sighed as he extended the file to him. Give this to her, let her know I signed it, he nodded. Okay, thank you, sir, he said while bowing when Jungkook nodded and walked. Jungkook walked inside a little hurriedly when his mother stopped her as she looked at him with a mysterious look in raised brows. What? Your wife isn't well. Shouldn't be you taking care of her, huh? In this condition? He frowned and sighed. She didn't tell me. He's about to walk, but her mother stopped him again. Vi needs to see the doctor. I think she is. She stopped as Jungkook looked at her confused. She is what? He asked, being unaware as she flicked his head a little. She told me she is feeling nausea and her head is spinning. These symptoms are of pregnancy. Jungkook's brows straightened as he looked at her mother again. Mom, don't think too much. As he's about to walk but stopped by her again as he rolled his eyes. I'm pretty sure she is pregnant. Jungkook shut his eyes. Mom, let me go and see her. She just smiled and he walked upstairs. Seeing the blood in moment made your heart stop for a while as you closed your eyes and tears dropped from your eyes. And when someone knocked the door and you quickly wiped your tears. Ryan, he called you and you quickly opened the tap and washed your face, cleaning yourself as you wiped your face with face towel. But you look at yourself, you're looking very pale and weak. And when there is another knock on the door, you open the door slowly as Jungkook looked at you, but you look away as he scanned your face briefly and finally spoke. What happened to you? He asked in soft and cold tone while you steal glances from him. Nothing, just a little food poisoning maybe, you said without looking at him. Mom is telling me that you need to see the doctor, he said coldly, and you looked at him. I don't need, I'm okay. You were about to walk, but he blocked her. She's saying me that you're pregnant. You looked at him immediately. You didn't tell her that we never came that much close? And you gulped, looking down. Oh, we did. You looked at him frowning. First, you doubt yourself, you asked, and what he said next left you uttering. Yes, because I don't trust myself when I'm around you being drunk. Your cheeks flushed with redness. We never did. I'm not pregnant, you blurted out. When you're about to walk, but he held your wrist and his eyes widened a little as he checked your forehead while you shut your eyes. You have fever, he removed his hand. Just a little, I'll be fine, you said as he held your hands and looked at you unbelievably. You're burning, you idiot, you need to see the doctor. He's about to walk, but you stopped. Jungkook, please, you said, being scared as he looked at you. Are you mad? You are being stubborn in this condition, he said, and you shook your head. I have medicine, I'll have them, I'll be okay, you said as he looked at you unbelievably. When you released your wrist from his grip and walked towards the bed and took the medicine which you already placed and gulped down while he just stared at you. As you sat on the bed holding your head because it's really hurting badly. Jungkook walked near you. Which medicine are these? He said, looking at the medicine, but you immediately snatched from his hand as he looked at you. Painkiller and antibiotic. Jungkook stared at you, being concerned and angry at the same time, as he can see how pale and weak you look. Jungkook removed his blazer as he settled himself other side of the bed while you ignored him. But when suddenly he pulled you gently and put your head in his lap, making your eyes widen a little as you tried to get up. But don't you dare to move, he commanded. As he slowly started massaging your head, making you feel relief, as he pressed gently while his face has concern and angry expression, which is making so many things obvious as you close your eyes. Don't give me unnecessary lecture about health when you can't take care of yours, he said with a rage while you just stared at him. You are complicated, you mumble and you just stared. You say something and do something, you mumbled weakly, closing eyes. And when you felt something wet on your cheeks as you looked at him, and he looked away, holding his tears back as you touched your cheeks, and which you initially understood his tears. Can you talk normal with me for a while, forgetting everything? You said weakly. Just talk to me, I might sleep peacefully. He doesn't know why his heart dropped for a moment. Okay, let's pretend, he said lowly, and you smiled slightly with me. Life is so twisted up, don't you think? He just listened. It is, he replied, and you closed your eyes. I'm scared, you said out of blue, and he looked at you as his heart is beating fast. I'm here, don't be. You open your eyes as you look at him. You're here, that's why I'm scared, which I was never before, you said, chuckling sadly as you look away. I never felt this much in my relationship before. He just stared at you. I'm feeling so much right now. A mixed emotion, a kind of fear, anger, you mumbled. You're making me feel anxious right now, he mumbled, and you smiled. Don't be, we are not in love relationship, John. You mumbled, smiling, and he just stared at you as he nodded slowly and looked away, wiping his tears. Don't talk now, I'm not interested to talk to you, he said with heavy thought, and you smiled. I know, as you turned and hugged his stomach, snuggling while he shut his eyes. But I want to talk to you, complain you against. If you think that I am having any plans to reunite with Sophia, so don't think. He mumbled while you snuggled more. You should think about that. We are separating soon. You mumbled, and his tears slid more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this. And I'm sorry for everything what I did with you. You smiled. But I'm not sorry for behaving like this. I don't know how to explain. He mumbled with heavy throat. But you should cut it off, as he put fingers on your lips, and you stopped. But you sighed as there is a silence for a while. Jungkook, you called him soft. He hummed in your response. Please give my ring back to me, you mumbled as he looked at you. Wait, he replied, caressing your head as you peeked at him, smiling innocently. I'll give that back to you before going, but please give me for now, you innocently said as he stared at you. We are getting divorced. Not divorced yet, you said, cutting him off. When you took his hand and smiled with tears as you kissed the ring in his hand. You're wearing yours, then why you can't give my ring back to me, you said weakly, and he stared at you. Please give me, Mom was also asking me where's my ring, please, you said, requesting him while he stared at you, breathing heavily. If not, there is no point, you are wearing yours, then remove yours too, as you are about to remove, but he held your hand. Don't, scoldingly, and you made a puppy face. Then give me mine, you said, and he closed his eyes, taking a deep breath. He took out the keys from his pocket as he shifts a little and opened the side drawer and a smile plastered on your face as he took out the ring and looked at it, and then you. While he who extends your hand and gesturing him to give it to you. And when he took your hand and slowly slid the ring while you smiled looking at it as you admire it half consciously. You took his hand as you intertwined in his hand in yours as you looked at both of your rings and smiled. Not perfect but still beautiful, you mumbled. You closed your eyes as a tear slid down from your eyes and he pulled you closer as he gazed your head gently, making sure you sleep peacefully as your temperature dropped a little. When will you tell the family? He said, and you snuggled into him. It has time, you said in sleepy voice. When I'll submit the papers, we'll tell everyone. Don't worry, I'll return you everything which belongs to you when I'll leave you. You mumbled in sleepy voice. He doesn't know what happened to him. He pulled her in his embrace, tightly hugging her as if she is leaving him right now, and tears slid down from his eyes. I hate you for this, he mumbled, and you smiled in sleep. Yeah, I know, don't repeat again, he replied in sleepy voice. When you tried to detach yourself from him, and he hugged you more tightly. You can't even open your eyes by now, as you tried to broke the hug. Jungkook, shh, stay like this, he said, cutting you off as you let your body free. And he hugged you, caressing your head as he closed his eyes and you drifted into sleep when he heard small snore and he cried silently. I'll never look at you, Jungkook. You became my medicine and deep wound itself. I was broke, but you break me even more. I hate you. I hate you so much. Leave me. Never come back to me. Because if you did, he stopped. I will never let you go and let you feel the same pain I am feeling right now. He hugged her even more tighter, closing his eyes. The alarm rings, making you both squeeze your eyes a little, as it kept ringing when Jungkook turned off the alarm and he looked at the clock. It's already 8 a.m. He didn't realize when he drifted into sleep while you kept moving your eyes in pain. As Jungkook noticed and he checked your forehead. Your temperature is normal, but it seems by your face that you are still in pain. Why? He softly said as you slowly opened your eyes. Are you okay? He asked as you shook your head. You got up slowly, gathering courage as he tried to help you to sit. And you sat holding your head, feeling no energy in your body. And he gently cupped your face as you looked at him in pain. Is it hurting you somewhere? He asked while you rest your head on headboard. He looked at you worried when you squeezed his hand as he noticed that you are in pain. You need to see the doctor, I told you, he scoldingly said as you looked at him. I need shower, I'll be okay, you weakly said, and he looked at you down. Why so stubborn? Look at yourself, he scoldingly said. I need to fresh, and he sighed. You tried to get off from the bed, but your body isn't responding. As you hold Jungkook's hands tightly, and when he picked up you in his arms as you look at him in pain. We'll go to the doctor after you take shower. You just close your eyes, feeling helpless. Jungkook made you stand as you took support of the wall. You go, I'll come, you weakly said. And when he on the shower and your warm body got shivered as cold droplets dripped on your body. And he made you stand in the shower as he is looking at you with intensity while you felt all your warmness and aches easing as you grabbed his shoulder tightly. And he also got wet in the shower, but he is making sure that you won't hurt yourself as he can see you are unable to stand. Jungkook moved your hair slowly as he made you take shower properly, even you are wearing your nightwear, because he just wants that your body feel a little lighten up because taking shower help at times, and you are also feeling better. Jungkook wiped your hair with towel while you stared at him sitting as he's doing great job. And you slowly take sip of the coffee when he dried your hair with hair dryer. Breakfast for you both, she said and walked in. And smiled looking at her brother who is busy taking care of his wife. Keep it there, he said and she chuckled a bit. Whoa, Oppa, you are really great husband. Oh, how cute you both are looking. Jungkook just took a glance at her while you kept staring at him in the mirror. I want a husband like you, Oppa, in future or no one. The way you take care of Seoni. Jungkook eyes on her. No, not like me, he blurted out and she folded arms across her chest. Why not? Why? I don't deserve a husband like Oppa. You smiled slightly and nodded as Jungkook stared you in the mirror. See, she agrees. Your brother is really good as a husband. A caring one. You said while eyeing at him in the mirror while he looked directly into your eyes. Of course, my Oppa is true gentleman. You smiled a little. Oli, she called her. Coming, she shouted back. I gotta go. She excited the room. And your coffee is finished. And you held his hand, making him stop. It's done. You said and he nodded. He arranged the things which are here and there. And you got up as you held his hand. Thank you. You said and he didn't say anything as he combed his hair, looking in the mirror. Jungkook went to bed to have breakfast as he looked at you. Come, have your breakfast. Then we need to go hospital. He said, which got you. I'm okay. Prefer more to go hospital by willing or by force? He asked, raising brows coldly, and you clutched your chest tightly. Do you care for me? He looked at you. Yes, I do care for you, he said coldly, and you closed your eyes. As he noticed a kind of fear on your face. Why don't you want to go? He asked as you looked at him and you took a while to answer. I'm scared of doctors and hospital, you said, and he frowned. Then you have to take care of yourself if you don't want to see them often. I wish I could, but you can't help when God writes someone in your destiny whom you hate like I'm here in life. He slowed chewing as he looked at you. It depends on the perspective, he said, continuing the breakfast.